Hey, this is Michelle Ferris at Counseling Recovery. Things I want to say is one, try to stay in today. I know for me, I really try to stay in today as much as I can because I can deal with today. I can't deal with next year because it's not here yet. And managing my own stress has never been more important, and it is for you as well, because if we're not managing our stress right now, it's gonna be really easy to take it out on our mate or our kids. But the one thing I wanted to talk about too is that most couples call me because they end up having the same fight over and over again, and they don't understand why that keeps happening. Well, I do, because we end up, first of all, it's totally normal. Most couples struggle with this, where they find that they're getting into really silly arguments about almost nothing. I myself almost got into one today with my husband. We were on a walk and he's in front of me because I'm walking the dog, and he's signaling me, do you want to go down this area? And I'm nodding my head, yes. Yes, I do. And I think I even said yes, but both of us had our earphones on. He did not know what I meant. And I was a little baffled, like, really? I'm nodding my head and I'm saying yes. And something that small, just how we define yes or no, could have caused a huge annoyance for me. And I could have taken that out on my partner. And I immediately recognized it and took my earphones out and said, no, you're right, I want to go that way, to be super clear, because my yes is different than his yes. He needs a lot more information most of the time, whereas I don't. Now, that doesn't make me right and make him wrong. It's just one of those things that's a difference that if I don't catch right away, we can end up barking at each other. And it's just little stuff like that. And I just wonder if you've ever had an argument with your partner where it's literally about something that trivial, but it ends up being a heated argument. And part of the reason that happens is because we get accustomed to getting defensive and arguing and defending our position. And all of that happens in a second. We just, boom, we go there, we flash, we start to get defensive, we go back and forth. Sometimes it can lead to a screaming match, and I don't want that for you. There really is a different way, and that's honestly why I created Stay Calm, Stay Connected. I'm doing an online workshop next Tuesday, April 28th, and it's all about that. It's how do you stop having those kind of useless arguments? And what can you do instead? Because when you know how to manage your stress, when you can identify it early, when you can communicate with confidence as opposed to falling back into that old pattern of blame, you're going to be able to weather this time so much easier. And I really want that for you. But I just want to say that, most couples I know, maybe you don't see it on the outside, but we all struggle with this stuff on the inside. And it's taken me a really long time to learn the tools and to practice them. And I'm not perfect. There are definitely times when I could have done it better and I have to go back and I have to say, oops, sorry, my bad. I could have done that better. But the great thing is that when you have the skills, like when we started going into shelter in place, I knew I'd be okay, because I knew that annoyance was going to probably come up for me because I'm the one who tends to like more space. And I knew how to deal with it. And I kind of did a refresher in my mind of, okay, remember, these are the things I can do to take care of myself and to speak up and to remove myself. Because, that's what saves me right now. And that's what can save you, is if you have the tools to be able to handle it right now, oh my God, your relationship is going to come out on the other end of this so much better. And that's what I want for you. So I'm going to leave the link in the description. I really hope you join me there, because I'm also making it super affordable for people. I know right now that our mental energy is probably less, so I created a handbook so that you don't have to take notes. The handbook has a little bit of extra stuff. And I also am including a resentment journal, because another thing I've seen with my couples is that they end up getting really stuck in resentment. And these are resentments that are years old. And what happens is, because they don't know how to handle them, they just fester, and they come out in their communication, or they come out in passive aggressive anger or guilt. or wanting to avoid their partner. And all of that can be avoided if you know how to deal with your resentment directly. And I don't necessarily mean directly with them. I mean directly with you. Now, there may be some things you need to handle in the relationship, but my 5 steps is really about how you can heal your own resentment, because I think that's really, really powerful. So I hope all of this helps you, and please stay safe. Okay, bye.